I remember my dad always used to be very punctual in going to SBI, update his passbook. When I went to college, also passbook was there in early 80s. But when I started to go to the next generation, which is my brother's generation, which was 10 years younger to me, I see that they don't even know what a passbook is. Agreed? Then they started creating new concepts. What was that? ATM card. Right? So today, if you tell somebody that you need to update your passbook, it looks legacy. Same thing is happening with the way you buy your bus tickets. What is happening with your bus ticket? How many of you print the bus ticket today? Or a train ticket? None of you, right? It's only you take this. So, every generation of technology has transformed our life in ways we don't realize. But the same thing is not happening, unfortunately, in the preparation of the workforce, which is students, technologists, programmers. And everyone is scared about only one thing, that new technology comes and kills the current thing. I still remember, I was working in CMC R&D. They created the Indian Railway Reservation System, which is called Impress. And at parts of India, there was huge strikes by railway clerks that our jobs are going to go away, we don't want computerization. What happened today? Are we still having those paper tickets? This is very nice, right? A nice machine used to be there. Take the ticket, put it, you stamp from Badala Road to Kurla or something like that. You get nice ones. Now what is happening? Every one of us are used to the digital transformation. A new kind of job has been created for the guy who has to feed in the reservation system in the digital and create the reservation and maybe print there, or not even print, you just get SMS. So every wave has not just killed old jobs, but it has created new jobs. That is the power of technology. Today, the other issue which we have is that the pace of adoption is exponentially increasing, like we saw in the previous waves, right? Steam engine took a couple of decades. Electricity took 100 years to reach 100% adoption. But internet took something like 15 years or something. Now, if you look at AI, it's going to be exponentially fast. And that brings the other perspective, which is, are we preparing our kids, are we preparing our students for the new life of an ordinary citizen, for the new way of doing things? What is the new way of doing things? The new way of doing things is, I will transact everything digitally. I will carry a digital identity in my digital locker, in my mobile, and I don't need to carry any print anywhere. And then I need to not even remember what place I have to go. And if I want to know the weather, I just call Alexa, find the weather. And not only that, I will also ask Alexa to help me in my homework. Think about the kids of today. They have access to information entities which are enabling them to do their work faster and better. But in this world, what are we teaching them? The problem is not with you. The problem is the inherent way in which current education system is geared up in a very rigid sandbox model of the 4-year model, 6 courses, credits, that in just doing that, the kids, the students, do not have extra time to prepare themselves for the real jobs. That is the challenge. So what is the output? Output is we are getting people who need to be retrained in the industry by getting extra effort to know what the real relevant industry is. That is one side. Second is they are not prepared for the new kind of jobs that are coming up because of technology, because of digital, because of AI. Today, when I teach at IIT, I am taking AI course at IIT. The challenge which I face is that there is no textbook which I can teach. The textbook is something which is 30 years old, it has been revised quite a bit, but It is still the old concepts which have been there 30 years back in AI. The AI course which I'm teaching, the book, which is by Peter Norvig, the guy who was interviewing the Kila Lab guy, right? He's the interviewer. His book is the Bible for AI. Or Deepak Khyamani's book in AI, right? What is that book? It's a legacy book. Today, if you see, if everybody in your student goes through that entire book, let me tell you, we can do 0 projects in today's AI. Because today's AI is transformational. It's very different from what is there. Today, nobody has even written a book on what is required for the current AI world. What is required to make Alexa work? What is required for you to make Google Maps the way it works? What is required for you to make the kind of intelligent systems which are taking over banking services? Today, any of you who have interacted on Indian banking sites with chatbot? Almost every bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, they all put AI at the front end. So now think about earlier. Think about the earlier kind of notion, which was customer service agent. What used to be the way you should talk to a customer service? Call up a 1-800 number or ICICI Bank, HDFC number. Some number is there, right? We'll call up. Then we say, आप अपना 16-digit card का number दबाइए. You दबाइए. We'll do the 12-digit card number. Then आप 4-digit का password दबाइए या 6-digit का password. Then the menu will come. आप accounts के लिए जानना चाहते हैं या तो credit card के जानना चाहते हैं या तो loans जानना चाहते हैं or what is that, right? Option 7 of them. Then run it again, go there. Then you want to do it related to your current account or related to your savings account. So imagine the interaction which is happening here. That's the current way of doing business process in customer service with a bank, where it bugs and bugs you for series of steps. Now look at what AI-based chatbot has done for you. In just 2 conversations, you can get your first minimum work done. You just log in and it knows who you are, what you are carrying, what is your credential, and immediately tells you most common thing people ask for is the balance. It will throw the balance at you. Then you say, can you show me last 2 transactions? It will look back, show you back. It will carry the whole context of the conversations. So what have you achieved with this kind of a new system? The new system has enabled you to carry out the same process in much less number of steps. That's the same thing happening across every AI property. Google Maps. What is it telling you? It's telling you things in a simplistic manner with much less steps as what you would actually earlier, you would have to call the call center, somebody to tell you, or ask a friend what is the directions where I have to go. Now you're doing everything at your doorstep with intelligent AI-powered engine at the back.